with USDC to expand its cross-border payments, and that's what XRP, and that's why the Ripple believers and the institutions believe, to some extent, that XRP with Ripple and their blockchain technology, when their cross-border payments seamlessly, flawlessly, fastly, and cheaply, most importantly, and peer-to-peer, is the reason why XRP is going to take over the world, right? And old Vincenzo, let's write old Vincenzo here. Old Vincenzo walking the grounds, walking the establishment, fertile grounds. As you can see, it's a beautiful day with the sun shining in the background, right? Wherever the sun is, can't find it, it's back there somewhere. We got the gold blue heart. As we walk through the fields, we walk through the mounds of misinformation, manipulation, coercion, and conspiracies through the cryptocurrency sphere. It's very important that you have a trusted source in blockchain technology news that is a non-biased, impartial, not a paid promoter. We don't get paid for any of this. This is all free to you guys, and these are all my personal opinions on the fleece heisting and shisting that has taken place, right? And then in December of 2020, the SEC filed a complaint against Ripple and two of its executives. VINCENZO'S Go Crypto Investing, where you come for the #1 cryptocurrency influencer and XRP insider here on YouTube and social media on the 9th of September and the beginning of autumn, if you can believe that already, on a beautiful, crystal clear blue skies with a 658-degree temperature shining up over top and behind of the big Rivian windmill turbine that's supposed to supply all of the electricity for the new trains that they ship out the new Rivians on. But a gorgeous, stunning, glowing early fall day in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area in central Illinois, right? And before we get off with this video, as I'm walking outside the plant at work, I just wanted to give a little shout out and a thanks before we get into the Ripple lawsuit affected XRP adoption. Crypto lawyer explains, right? We're going to get into that. But I first wanted to thank all the new people here that have been following the channel, VINCENZO'S Go Crypto Investing, where we're built on truth and integrity. And we've been getting a lot of support recently, and I really appreciate that, where we're getting 3, 4, and even 500 views per video, right? Recently, 324 and 366. We greatly appreciate that, as it is needed with the comments, likes, and the follows and subscriptions on our way to 10,000 followers, as we need you to help me as we move along with this phone call from work. I am at work. Yes, it's a weekend, but I am working. We're always working. Ripple lawsuit affects XRP adoption. Crypto lawyer explains how. Let's see what he has to say. John Denton, crypto law founder and attorney for XRP holders, calls attention to the significant damage brought on by the SEC lawsuit and XRP adoption in the United States. And it's very important that we understand this, because they could try to be building a case to open up a lawsuit saying that they were negatively hurt and impacted by a frivolous claim by the SEC and the United States government of them being a security if they're deemed to not be a security, as the judge initially stated. This could open up the SEC and an XRP lawsuit against them to compensate them for damages, right? The crypto law founder said this is response to COINBASE fun fact that over 1 million of its verified users hold USDC. Denton noted in a tweet that the damage caused by the SEC lawsuit to XRP adoption in the United States was significant. The damage to XRP adoption in the United States is very significant, as you can see. At Coinbase supported and promoted 2 tokens for cross-border payments, USDC and XRP, because the SEC was claiming XRP was a security, including secondary market sales, independent of Ripple, right? So what they do, those people that wanted cross-border payments started to use USDC, right? The crypto law founder drew attention to the fact that before Ripple case, Coinbase supported two coins for cross-border payments, USDC as previously mentioned, and XRP. Denton provided screenshots demonstrating, hold on a second, I always forget to do this. And then as I start to make videos, as I start to make videos, we start to get interrupted. So we're going to put that on Do Not Disturb so we don't get interrupted. Coinbase initially listed XRP on its platform in February 2019, and 2 months later began leveraging the token with USDC to expand its cross-border payments, and that's what XRP, and that's why the Ripple believers and the institutions believe, to some extent, that XRP with Ripple and their blockchain technology, when their cross-border payments seamlessly, flawlessly. In 2020, the SEC filed a complaint against Ripple and two of its executives, alleging unregistered securities offering in the form of XRP. According to Denton, Coinbase felt obligated to delist XRP from its platform since the SEC argued XRP was a security, including its secondary market sale. Independent of Ripple and Coinbase needed the SEC approval to go public and issue an IPO. After XRP was delisted from the platform, USDC was the sole coin left and thus became the primary token for use in international money transfers. And that's where the criminal gangsters and the market manipulation comes from, as they're picking winners and they're picking losers. And in this case, the United States wanted USDC to be the winner and wanted XRP to be a loser. And that negatively affected them. It drove down their business and company and made them lose market share, essentially, right? This might be so as XRP has granted traction on Coinbase in roughly 2 months since it was relisted on the platform in July of this year, according to a recent Kiko study from August. XRP topped the top 10 altcoins in average trade volume on Coinbase. XRP saw stronger buying activity on Coinbase in the last month. And that's something that's very important because I don't think these lawsuits and I don't think XRP is done in Ripple with challenging, counter lawsuing, and a bunch of other litigation and legal actions that are going, I believe, to take place with XRP and Ripple, the United States government, and things like that as they get more and more victories, get more and more traction, and get more and more use case and become used more and more by banks and institutions and even governments to some extent. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what actually transpires over the coming months and coming years. But if we take a quick look at, and then I must get back to work, taking this time out to give you guys some valuable information and news. You can see the XRP price is still in the same similar area that it was. If we go into the 3-hour time frame, you can see we're struggling sideways, right? We're almost at a crossroads where the price is stagnated out and it is going parallel in time after the big dump back here. And now what you got to look for is, are we going to get a big volume spike regionally and locally and drive the price down to this 41 to 42 cents, a regional double bottom down here, right about where that green uptrending support line is, right? And I think that's where the next major move is going to come, because if we go out to the daily time frame, you're going to see the 50 now is exactly on top of the 100-day moving average in blue. And we've been telling you this for quite some time since it was back here, that we were about to go into a pattern shift not seen since about May and April of 2023, when it flipped bullish, and this was going to start to flip bearish as the short-term or the 50-day moving average was going to cross the midterm or the 100-day moving average in blue, and it's right on top of it now. So probably by Monday, it's going to cross, maybe even as soon as tomorrow. And then it's going to keep crossing, and eventually the short-term moving average is going to overtake the 200-day moving average in green and slip below, and you're going to have a complete reversal. Instead of going from 200 to 100 to 50 from bottom to top respectively, you're going to go 50, 100 to 200 from bottom to top respectively. And that is a bearish case, right? And we do know the last time it flipped was back here in about April or May, right here where it flipped, and that became bullish, and then you had a nice run up. And from the time it flipped, the price was at about 39 cents, and then it peaked out at 95 cents-ish during the judge's talk and during the judge's speech. So what I'm watching out for this weekend for you in a quick synopsis of the XRP is at 42 cents. Let's pull out our industry exclusive and YouTube made famous perching tool. You see that? What I'm looking at is that 42 cents, the uptrending support in a regional double bottom from that local flush on the next move to the downside. If that takes place first, that is my first initial area I'm watching for support. Then we could trade around a little bit. And then I think we have a date with that 37 cents, and that 37 cents has been major support and resistance for the better part of 12 months. And it's the last line of defense to the VP volume indicator that you've been getting supported off of. If we go back and look at the way far back left machine, which we will do right now, we'll go take a look at the way far back left machine. You can see we had several times over the previous 12 months where we did have bounces off the last line of defense to the shithouse. VP volume indicator, VP volume indicator. That's this little red sliver within the greater orange trading box, which is the last line of defense. Bounce off the VP volume indicator, right? Bounce off the VP volume indicator in November of 2022, January of 2023, September of 2022, July of 2022, June of 2022, and May of 2022 was the first time that you bounced off that. And when you do come, and I feel you will come back down here shortly, weekly, or in the next month, the key is you don't want to slip below that VP volume indicator, because if you do that, that is very, very bearish. And oftentimes you have capitulation. Looking at the history of the XRP, when you get below, or in any of these coins, you get below the VP volume indicator, it likes to have capitulation. And I think that's where you could come down, and you can see we put back up. We had an end of 2022 target of 18 to 24 cents, and that prediction was made in 2021 when the XRP price was somewhere in the 145 to 169, and we did get down to 28 cents in 2022 before we started to have a regional local bottoming out pattern, and then we started to pump, right? So that's what we're watching out for with the XRP price, and we're going to continue to see if we do get back down to that shithouse over the next 6 to 8 months, leading into the Bitcoin halving, leading into the bottoming out in all the cryptocurrency coins. And then if you own the 1% coins, if you own the coins of the future, if you own the select few that have the use case, have the utility, have the peer-to-peer and cross-border payments that can handle transactions seamlessly, flawlessly, lots of transactions and cheaply, those are the coins that are going to make you rich. Those are the coins that are going to change your life. And those are the coins in the next bull run will be the once-in-a-lifetime generational wealth transfer that you keep hearing on the blockchain sphere. You can see this is another perfect example with the SHIBA coin. It had a beautiful about 80% pump, got into this VP volume indicator in red, and when you come from below it, the opposite of what the XRP price has been doing, coming from above it, it likes to get bullish action and bounce. When you're coming from below it, it likes to get rejected. And you can see we got harshly rejected in the SHIBA, as they've had some hiccups with their new SHIBA Ethereum that they put out on the rest of the new things they were doing. You need to get back above these moving averages to get bullish, or you're going to come down for a regional local bottom. If we look at the Bitcoin price, nobody cares about Doge anymore. The motherfucking Doge, right? Nobody cares. You can see the Bitcoin price also came up to the VP volume indicator, rejected. Long consolidation, rejected. Then we had another leg to the downside, and now you can see these moving averages in the daily time frame. The short-term moving average has crossed the 50-day moving average in blue, and it's about to cross the 200-day moving average in green, signifying very bearish action. And I'm looking at the $19,177 level as the next major move, the next major push. God, the fuck's this thing doing today? Oh my God, I don't care. And the next major leg to the downside, I think you're going to retest the 2022 lows in this blue trading zone, and you're the first initial spot for support is the $19,108.69. Like, subscribe, and share for these beautiful, fabulous updates